Alright, well, hello YouTube. This is Joseph Quick here, and today I'm going over how I have set up Buddy's enclosure this time. So, what I have done is I have taken the ZooMed Aspen snake bedding, and I've put a decent layer all down here along the bottom. And then I have taken some ZooMed Repti bark, mixed it in just to give some extra texture. And then underneath his primary hide, one that he absolutely loves, I've put the sphagnum moss underneath here. And this is also the hottest spot on his entire tank because the heating pad is right there. I mean, it is literally right underneath here. So it's in this area. Somewhere in this area. So that is the hottest spot in his entire closure. Alright. So then next thing I'm gonna do is put the screen on. Put the screen on top. Screen on top, and then put his light fixture up here. And let it start getting warm. Start letting it get warm, let it get up to temperature before I even put in his new water dish. Which I'm thinking of putting this one in there, but because it's big enough for him to soak in, but also at the same time too, I want to put this hide in here as well. So my only confliction with doing it this way, is if I put this one hide in the opposite corner on the cold side, and then I take this big water dish and I put it right there, now it looks too crowded. But if I take the one that he currently has in his little isolation temporary enclosure. Ah, crap. Then if I take this one will fit, and it's actually the right size. So we're just gonna have to go from there and see what to do. And then I picked up this digital thermometer at PetSmart. And then underneath here, I have a piece of glass with a heating pad, with a ZooMed heating pad on top. So that is the hottest spot, is right here. And he's over here because he wants to be on the cold side for once. So, and of course, if you guys watched my leopard gecko setup on a budget, this is exactly what it is. I just took out the big food dish that was right here and filled up this dish here with water. That's all I've done different. Come here, buddy. And here's Buddy. You saying hi to the camera? Ah, look at how gorgeous he is. Buddy. Ah, look at how gorgeous he is. He's checking out the camera. I think that's the closest he has ever put himself to the camera. But yeah, and then after I was done using this with Jessica and Jason, I cleaned it out with the Wipeout 1, which is always a good idea to clean water dishes, driftwood pieces, anything that's going to go in here. It's a good idea to clean it with that. And I picked up some Cano crickets by ZoomEd for Jessica and Jason to eat. That is how big they are. That's pretty big. But, alright, I'm going to see if I can't get the camera to pick up these other two heathens. They're both in there. You can see Jessica directly in the front, and then Jason. Then Jason is all the way back in here. But Jessica, she's about right there. And with the Cano crickets, they ate them up. They ate them super fast. Like, I was actually surprised at how fast they ate it. That I put 3 in there, and they each ate 1. And as soon as I dropped them in there, like 5 minutes later, they were all over it. But so now we're just waiting on Buddy's enclosure to get back up to temperature, so then we can then go from there. But so that's where I'm at right now. Look at Buddy. And honestly, I just now found out that you can zoom in while you're in YouTube. Yeah. And this is a 25 quart tank. I mean, if you just divide that by 5, you got plenty of room. Because I went back to the exact same Walmart to look at it. Because I was thinking about, and I still am, I'm still thinking about getting another snake. Getting like a corn snake or a milk snake. Or a king snake. But I can't right now. So So that's where I'm at with that. Unless I was to get rid of Jessica and Jason, which I don't want to by any means. But alrighty. So real quick recap on what I've done with Buddy's enclosure. With Buddy's enclosure was I cleaned it out because all in this back corner from about here all the way down he had defecated because he likes to hang out up top and all around the thermostat. So he defecated all down that side. And I put... So after I cleaned it and I wiped it out with the wipeout, I put down aspen snake bedding, about 1/2 inch, with some repty bark on top and mixed in for extra textures. And then I put that Fangnum moss underneath his favorite hide. I may put a little bit in here as well. I'm not 100% sure. But, so that's where we are at. And you guys can do it any way you want. Use any brand you want. Because last time I used this tropical mix bedding. Bedding as the base. Actually, you guys can see over here. So, there's primarily the tropical mix. And then repty bark. Repty bark mixed in as well. So that's where that one is. And that's how I had this one set up to start. Now I had this one set up. But now I'm going to try this. See if maybe it works a little bit better for them. And we're getting close to temperature. Of course, as you can tell, day cold side 80 to 85, day warm 90. So we're getting there, we're getting close, but we're not quite there. Oh, and also too, for the light bulbs I use, while I'm thinking about it, I use the ZoomMed Daylight Blue reptile bulb and the night bulb for Buddy, which I am actually about to swap him over to the 25 watt night bulb, which I'll show you guys what that looks like real fast. Essentially, it's a black light. Yeah, so that's what the moonlight reptile bulb looks like. So that's what I'm thinking about swapping Buddy's infrared light bulb to. Because this one here is technically an infrared bulb. So, alright. There we go. But also too, every snake is different. Who knows? Maybe Buddy absolutely loves all this. Loves this bedding. And then from there, every time I try to change it, he's like, nope. He goes, nope. Nope. So I did this because maybe if I do this, he'll eat in his enclosure. Or he'll feel more at home. He'll feel more at home if I do this. So that's another reason why I'm wanting to try this. But all we can do is wait and see. And also too, Another thing, Zoomed and All Living Things are the two primary things I use for all of my reptiles. That's a Zoomed thermostat. This is a Zoomed tank. That one was just a little cheapy. That's a Zoomed thermostat. Zoomed. Fang the Moss, Zoomed. The excavator stuff, Zoomed. All of the heating pads are Zoomed. So honestly, they're expensive, but they're worth it. They're worth every single cent. They're worth every single cent. But alrighty. So Jason and Jessica, and then Buddy. Alrighty. And then me. Alrighty. So I'm gonna get off here. Remember, stay safe and always be prepared.